Somebody asked, if I like Mass Effect, how hard will I like your game?
Really hard.
Really hard.
Really hard. Do you
We
know
had
what?
Drew Karpyshyn, the lead writer of Mass Effect 1 and 2, who's, anyways.
So maybe even ultra hard. That's
Nice.
pretty hard. That's pretty hard.
December 17th was a good day for space RPG fans, for we've got tons of news about the upcoming game Exodus by Archetype Entertainment. We have an episode in the Secret Level series, the long-anticipated gameplay trailer, and an hour-long Q&A interview between CohhCarnage and Archetype leads James Ohlen and Chad Robertson, where they talk about many key aspects of the game. With a special guest Tim Miller, the creative director of Blur Studio, which is responsible for the Secret Level series and the cinematic trailers for Exodus. So let's have a look at the new trailer and then have a quick summary of everything we learned about the game so far.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it. Loaded weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich. I'm not just here to look pretty. I've got away with celestial tech. I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest. This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
I don't know about you, but I got chills. The visuals are gorgeous, and the trailers give strong Mass Effect vibes. So what do we know about the game? Exodus is an upcoming ambitious single-player action RPG. The game is made by Archetype Entertainment and by the people who brought us legendary games like Knights of the Old Republic, Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age Origins, and, of course, Mass Effect itself. It is heavily focused on important choices with impactful consequences, hoping to push the genre to a completely new level, and so far it looks like it's on a good track to accomplish that task. Time dilation is an important part of the game and will have a big impact in almost every aspect of the game. It will affect you, your loved ones, your companions, and entire generations of people from your home world. The game takes place in the Centauri cluster tens of thousands years after humanity left Earth. The first arrivals came around 25,000 years ago. Since then they have built societies, waged wars, and evolved into dozens of new species with advanced technology and physiology. Collectively, all these new species are called Celestials, and they are the alpha dogs of the cluster. During all that time, new arrivals from Earth kept trickling in. They are usually sent to backwater worlds, doomed to struggle for survival. Side by side, we have advanced celestial civilizations, ancient dead civilizations, and new arrivals that need to catch up with thousands of years of progress. This is where travelers come in, An elite group of people who travel the cluster to discover long-lost celestial artifacts and technology that can be used to kickstart their worlds. Being a traveler comes with a heavy cost though. Traveling through the stars at light speed means time dilation is a factor. With time dilation, time flows differently for you. The journey may take only a few weeks in your time, but around you, whole years may pass. So every time a traveler embarks on a journey, they do it knowing that the world and its people will be completely different when they come back. All that while trying to avoid meddling with celestial interests, because the retaliation may be brutal. You play as June Aslan, child of a fabled traveler Orion Aslan, and you are about to become a traveler yourself. Leiden, your world, is powered by an Archimedes engine, a celestial technological marvel that was used thousands of years ago to transform a dead planet into a habitable world. However, the engine is starting to break down, which will have catastrophic consequences for your world. You embark on a mission to find out how to repair the engine, or find another way to save your world. Your character will be fully voiced, with a fully customizable appearance. There was no word on something like starting classes, but there was a mention of a complex progression system where you can level up different aspects of your character. So I think the progression will look similarly to, for example, the Witcher games, where your character is a blank sheet at the start of the game, and you choose which skill to upgrade. The tools at your disposal will include weapons, melee, and controlling Lifestone. The game will be mission-based, similar to the first Mass Effect or Dragon Age Origins, and this is already where big decisions will come in play. We've seen many mission-based games, and one thing they have in common is that it usually doesn't really matter which mission you do first. You can usually do them in any order you want, and it doesn't really matter in the end. Yes, we have small exceptions, like for example in Dragon Age Origins, where if you go to the circle first, you may want to do one thing, and then you go to Redcliffe, find out some new information and think, oh, maybe I should have solved the circle in the other way. While if you do Redcliffe first, you already have that information when you come to the circle. But cases like this seem very rare. And by the way, guess who was the lead designer for Origins? Anyway, in this game, you will also have a selection of missions, but this time it does matter which order you take. Again, due to time dilation, different missions will cause different amounts of time to pass on your home world. You may choose one mission which will take, let's say, 8 years, but you may also choose another mission that will take 30 years. And obviously different things will happen on your home world during that time. Not only that, but after each mission, you will also make decisions about what to do with the artifacts or knowledge you gain on your travels. You may decide to use something as a weapon, or use it for research, and you will unlock different things depending on your decisions. But you will need to wait several in-game years to see how that decision shapes the world. We also have a small look at the game's combat. The devs didn't really talk a lot about that so far, but we have glimpses and hints in the trailer. It looks like combat will be very dynamic with dodges and rolls, much faster than Mass Effect's cover-based combat. Verticality will apparently also be a tool you can use. You will be using weapons, melee, stealth seems to be an option, and you will have special abilities through your control of Lifestone. Lifestone looks like this universe's counterpart to biotics from Mass Effect, and it's going to play a part both in exploration and combat. It's an organic material created by the Celestials, but June is one of the Uranics, people who have the ability to interact with celestial technology and also Lifestone. In combat, we see it used for lifting or immobilizing enemies. There is a clip showing how it's used to build a bridge, and I bet we are just scratching the surface of what we can do with it. We will have companions in the game. Currently, 2 companions have been announced, but several more will be available. Currently we know about Elise, a sleeper mercenary who has recently arrived on an Ark ship and has walked on the old Earth. Then we have Tom, whom we already know from the cinematic trailer. He knows what it is to be a traveler, and he already knows what it is to be trapped in space while your loved ones live their entire lives. There will be 2 companions with you on each mission. You will be able to form relationships with them, romance some of them. They will have opinions and specific reactions to your decisions. There will be friction between individual companions. Think of the conflicts between Miranda and Jack and Legion and Telly in Mass Effect, or Shadowheart and Lae'zel in Baldur's Gate 3. Some of the companions may change in a drastic way if you choose so. I bet this was a hint at the silicates, which are basically human crystal hybrids infused with extraordinary abilities. You will also be able to leave companions behind on some worlds, and you can bet there will be consequences once you see them again and decades have passed for them. Apart from Tom and Elise, we see this woman who is almost sure to be another companion, because we see her in multiple scenes throughout the trailer. I wonder what is going on around her eyes. Maybe early signs of silicate mutations. We also have this guy on the left. No word on who he is so far, so he may be another companion. He may also be June's half-brother Gideon, who seized control of Lydon, but I don't think that is probable. The game will have several types of enemies to fight. The Celestials are the main antagonists, but I guess we will rarely fight them directly, just because the fight would not be fair and they would wipe the floor with us. We see ghosts, celestial security androids. We see humans, because of course humans never learn to cooperate. We have a look at an awakened bear. Awakened animals are uplifted animals that have enhanced intellect, physical abilities, some can even talk. These experiments started before humans left Earth, and of course, this evolution continues in Centauri. We will surely be seeing those a lot in the game in various roles. We also get a mention of changelings. Changelings used to be humans, but through genetic engineering, they were evolved into various species, each aimed for a specific purpose. Some were developed to store memories, some for heavy labor, and some for combat. As you probably guessed, there is a big focus on story, choice and consequence. I don't want to repeat everything I already said in the previous sections. I'll just say that overall, if everything is as promised, the game will have a huge replayability because there will be a massive variability of outcomes, and if you talk to someone else about what happened in your games, you may not even believe you are talking about the same game just because how different your stories are. Many consequences are supposed to massively change everything in the game, and usually they should not have a one-time effect, but should gradually go deeper and deeper every time you return to your world. And I realize those are big promises, but if this game delivers, it will be huge and many players will surely spend countless hours replaying it over and over again. So, that's a brief summary of everything we know after the latest Q&A. If you want to know even more, I have some more details videos and more are to come. Thanks for listening and subscribe if you don't want to miss any Exodus related news in the future. Have a great day and see you next time.